Hey guys, and welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to give a little update from what happened between last video and right now. First thing that happened, or actually the main thing, is I made an Allosaurus enclosure, of which the time-lapse you'll see shortly. And after that, I'd like to do a more hands-on video style. So next I'm going to be making a big enclosure, probably for a type of sauropod of some kind. But yeah, I'll be doing that more of a live thing instead of just like a time lapse and just this is what happened. So I hope you enjoy. Again, like and subscribe and all the other stuff that YouTubers say. So now that that's out of the way, we still need to get the Allosauruses in here and get some feeders down. I just spammed plants here, like every single type of plant. And I think it looks nice. I'm not too sure about it, but for now it'll work. Also, I did this little mud pool looking thing because there's not really many options. There's no mud in 1.18 yet. There's a little river, a little jungle section filled with ferns on the bottom, and one of those trees that I might keep or might not keep actually. Yeah, Allosaurus. Also, I still need to make a connection from that and this up to here. Maybe actually make a what's it called, like a visitor viewing area, even though it's not very visitor focused. I'd still like to give myself some kind of opportunity for viewing the dinosaur. Plural. I thought I had feeders. Let me check. Feeder. No. So can I make some? I'll make 3 for now. And then I'll need some food for the feeders. AKA a whole bunch of chicken eggs. Not only that, I also made this totally ethical machine. It just collects chicken eggs and poops them out there, and whenever they grow up, I hear something. I thought I heard grass. Anyway, and whenever they grow up, and they turn into food. Now to find some decent spots to put these feeders. I think one could be over there next to the water. And actually, I also have these balls that I haven't really tested yet, but should help. Actually, let me... What is going on here? Interesting. Feeder. Whole bunch of cooked chicken. And maybe like one more right there. Right about there. Then we can get a torch to keep the eggs warm. Then I think I can just plop them down. I think this area is secure. Yeah, don't worry about the chains. Sometimes they don't render or just disappear and then I gotta replace them. But since I have this base layer of wall, it doesn't really matter. It's just more of an aesthetic thing. So, second thing is filling up. This should be enough for now. Let's put the X down. In the mud, because why not? Inopedia, warm, warm. And now we wait. Actually, while we wait, we can grab some chains and fix up this gap. The last thing I want is for them to just escape instantly. Oh wait, that one has one already. This one needs one. It's better, and here's hoping that they don't squeeze through this gap. Which might happen, but I hope it won't because they need to stick close to the feeders. Hopefully? Question mark? So let's put some more balls down. Wait. I just put a whole bunch down and they're not using them. But they are here. That's interesting. So can I... Oh, wait. Well. It seems I have balls aplenty right now. How far are you along? 61. I threw... Oh. Let's pretend that never happened. Oh, it's reset. Okay, I'll cut back when they're done. Or almost done. This one's about dead here. Oh. And there he is. My beautiful child. Before anything else, actually, I think I'm gonna... Wait, yeah, tame him. Or is he already tamed? No, he's untamed. So you should eat. No? Okay. Does the whip work? No, because then it would say. Does that work? Where are you going? Okay, there's no escape route there. What was that? Skeleton blow ground. Where are you going? Okay, other food type. Other meat. Do you like fish? He likes fish. Let me click you. Okay. No fish either. Raw meat? Maybe I need something else because it's like a big animal or whatever. Gonna give him... Nope, also not. Did the other one hatch yet? It did. What do you look like? Same. This one's male, and I thought that one was female. So here's hoping they behave. By the way, don't ask where I got all this from. Or, yeah, you don't have to ask because I'm going to tell you now. There were like 50 of those creatures in there. So I turned off... well, I didn't turn off breeding, but now they drop eggs. Like item... Oh, he's hungry. They're both hungry. They drop eggs as items on the floor instead of instantly hatching a new one. Like the entire ceiling was just covered in pterosaurs. Yeah, that's a Allosaurus enclosure. So that's another one that we can strike off the list. We can move on to the next thing. Why? What is so special about this corner? What do you see that I don't? Just, wait, maybe they see the feeder over there. How about this? Y'all wanna... By the way, don't worry about me putting this in here, because, like, we're an ethical sanctuary. Don't worry about the specifics. But there is too many of you, so, close your eyes real quick. Anyway. Don't look at those. Let me fill up these feeders a bit more now. You see this there? There's one up there, but it's not really that reachable, so I'll put this one that I have here right there. And plop in their friends and family. Oh, look at you. He's just been stuck up there for I don't know how long. By the way, for those who were wondering, I put a simple summary of the mod list in the description, together with the resource pack I'm using. So let's see, I'm using Stay True. So it's basically, it's very vanilla-like, but just slightly different. You just have some minor tweaks that make some of the blocks more varied and slightly better looking. So, for the next enclosure, which I was hoping to provide to some sauropods, I was planning to do it like somewhere in this general area. If you look on the map, I have this big chunk of land that I could use for that. And I'd like it to be bigger than this enclosure, the Allosaurus one. By the way, the map is really starting to look nice. Also, if you're wondering why the grass color suddenly changes on the map here, it's because of I have fabric seasons installed, and every season the grass color changes. So I think it's summer now, so everything is nice and bright. So the last time I've been here was like fall or winter. Yeah, sauropod enclosure. I think for whatever I have in mind, this hill is in the way. I don't know if I want to do it sunken down, which would be nicer. But the problem is that that would mean getting rid of a lot of land. And I don't know if I'd have the mental strength to do that right now. I could just get rid of a piece and then have the rest be just regular surface level and just walls. So you have a place where you can look down onto the enclosure. And then as you walk down, you're just like on walking level with the wall. Gotta think about that. Gotta think about that. Let me just start with a general outline so I know what kind of shape I want. I'll follow the road slightly. Oh, ghost block. Yep. Let's see. Fill this back in. And keep going on. I think I'd like to get it at least. Let's see. I'd like to get it to at least where the road ends. And stretch it from there to like maybe there. And then make a big cuboid shape or rectangle or whatever out of it. Perchance. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. Just getting started on this thing is making me realize how big of a task it's gonna be. So I'm gonna be here for a while. By the way, if there's anything you would like me to make, or if you have any ideas for in the future that I can do, feel free to leave them in the comments. And I'll make sure to respond to as many of them as I can. And yeah, I read them all. But this is how far I am right now. Progress I've made. I've done all the terraforming I wanted to. I don't know if I want to add a river or something flowing down here later on. But I got this cliff rock wall. And now I'm going to make the perimeter fence. And I added this little lake. The thing with the lake is, I said in the bug house video that I would remove the slabs because the creatures would drown on them, thinking it was full blocks. But honestly, if I just give them chicken essence early on and make them big enough so they don't drown when they lay down, that shouldn't be a problem, and I prefer the look of these with the slabs to make it smoother. Yeah, I'm really liking how it's turning out so far. Made a little design for the fence in creative. And there's hoping it turns out well here as well. I think I'm happy with the fence so far. However, this part is bugging me. This part is lower because the floor on the other side is lower. And I think I'm gonna make it higher to make it more in line with the rest. Because this is I like this, I don't like this. So, this is the progress that we made up until this point. And I think I'll leave it here for today. Of course, I'll finish it later. I added a little ledge to the top of the fence. And I used these chipped redstone torches to give a little color contrast to the big gray blob that is the fence. But I do really like the design. And the cliff and how it merges together. I will add a regular, maybe wooden fence or something made out of glass up here. Then later I'll add in the trees and other things to spice up the enclosure. I'll continue this edge of dirt around the edges, since that's a thing that happens. And other than that, yeah, I'll leave it here for today. Again, if you like this type of content, then feel free to leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you so please. And I shall be back shortly. So remember how I put two of these little freaks in here? Well, time passed. And one grew up. You might be wondering then where is the other one? Because I can see him. And it turns out this little freak got out.